Bam.
So if this was any less gorilla, I would be eating bananas.
If this was
Right
any
now.
less gorilla, I'd be. Actually, I probably shouldn't. Okay. Anyway, so.
This is the most gorilla stream we have ever had, I think. I've been going bananas way before we went live in this, and you all have been waiting, and I can see that. So there's 35 people here, and there's a bunch of other people on Twitch right now. So hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to the spontaneous gorilla stream. The more we talk about this stuff, it makes me realize I should have got the soundboard for Donkey Kong 64 when you get a golden banana and it goes, oh, banana, like that.
You know, after this stream is over, we're gonna go visit like all the like classic game worlds that have been reproduced in here.
I want to do that.
A lot of
I want
fun.
to do that really bad. I love doing that. I'm such a nerd when we do that kind of stuff. I get so excited when we visit like retro games in VR. That's so cool for me. I love that stuff.
You know, the best thing is they take a concept of a retro game and they go past it, like Super VR Ball, like Blue Aces' Super VR Ball, and the folks that worked on that. Like that is an incredible concept where you've taken like a game that exists or a concept that exists or a game system that exists and move it beyond. But what if you could show everyone else that you've done that?
Oh my gosh.
You can do that right now. We're live again for signups for VKet, but you've only got we got 9 days, dude. You have 9 days to tell the world how cool you are, and that's why we're doing this gorilla stream, right? So it's not just about video games and monkeys. I love how that's all we're talking about. We gotta find more monkeys. Maybe there's a world that'll fit. I don't know.
Maybe
But
like
you
a
can
barrel
find out
monkeys?
in a second or two.
Remember that used to be a toy?
Yeah,
it's like
monkeys.
It's like a barrel and like all those monkeys like this.
I had
and
one of those.
You'd make them hang from. Yeah, I used to have those
Don't
too.
get me started on our old toys, man.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna get through our
like,
content. We're gonna talk about like stuff we used to do when we were younger.
I'm gonna like talk about like additive manufacturing and how everything began with like creepy crawlers and the easy bake oven.
I had that, dude. I got that from my cousin. He like my older cousin. He was like, I don't want this anymore. And I was such a wee lad, and he gave it to me. And that when you would make it, it would smell like burnt ass, dude. It would smell so bad when you would make it. But when it was done, it was cool.
That was the start of why 3D printers are a thing today, but we'll get into that later. It is easier to make a VKet exhibit than it is to operate a creepy crawlers set. I promise.
That was not easy.
We'll tie it all in. We'll tie it all in. It'll be easy. Don't worry. So, VKet exhibits start today. If you're a corporate exhibitor, you got a couple of days. We're going to push you real hard. If you're a corporate exhibitor, please come and talk to me and talk to the VKet sales team. There's a link on event.vket.com. You should go right now. The dates have all been announced, and we're about to go through it, if you haven't seen it already, all of the new world concepts, which are going to be super fun. And we're going to talk about how to exhibit the changes for this VKet for various reasons. And don't think that we've removed something means that it isn't going to work or we're never going to bring it back.
Right.
We just got to tool stuff, and we'll talk about that. But let's go through some of the things that we're doing right now. And I promise this video will be available for everyone else who missed it. So if you're watching us live right now, please share with everyone else in VRChat and who's a fan of making content. And
people who want to do like this stuff
there.
This is the time to start sharing. You have like, a little bit of time, so just gotta get it out there. Just for a heads up, here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna be showing basically like what this event is, the time and date. We're gonna be showing the booth sizes, we're gonna be showing prices, and then we're gonna jump into like the concept art and what the worlds are gonna look like and what you can expect by December.
And also some tips and other things that we're going to do to make sure that you guys are able to be successful exhibitors this time. And I know it's happening really fast compared to the previous VKet. Usually you've got about 6 months between events, but we're going to go a little bit faster this time. And you've got about 91 days until the event starts. 9 days to sign up, which doesn't mean you have to have anything done.
Right, just get your name in the hat.
And that just... Yeah, exactly. You're registering an interest, and ask your friends to do that too. So if you have friends who know how to use a web browser, you can sign up for VKet. And if one of you gets in, you can form a circle together and work together and share profit and everything else that you might want to do. And we'll explain how all that works. And in the coming weeks, I will also show you how to create a VKet exhibit using our system VKet Cloud very, very easily. So don't worry, it'll be quite simple. I might even force Chad to do a sign up right now. See how that goes.
Yeah.
So. Let's go through some world concepts.
Yes,
you got a web browser, right? We can make that happen.
First, let's show some information real quick here. So let's go to the first slide. First is the schedule. and show that on the stream. There you go. And this is available, by the way. This is on the website. We have this on social media and our website. So like, it's not just the stream where you'll see this information. We have this already up publicly for everyone to check out.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, we decided to do a thing where we made it a little bit easier for everyone to find information, and that's event.vket.com. And you can go to that website at any time, and it will show the previous event if there isn't one coming up, or the next event when there is, like right now. So you can go right to that website and see everything. I highly recommend signing in with your Google account, and if you see it in Japanese because of your time zone, just go to the top right. There's a little world icon, and it'll make it English. But we'll show most of the relevant information right here. So this is our timeline. So from now until the 16th,
okay.
I was waiting for you to.
Oh yeah, sorry. But it's all right. Okay, you want me? Okay.
So from now until the 16th, we have the sign up period. So that it's very short. There's 9 days left. We take 2 weeks, so it's been a little less than 2 weeks, right? We don't work on weekends, I guess, except this guy right here who is.
Yeah.
So so in Japan time, it's 9 days technically, so like 7 total days to sign up. We have a lot more slots than you might expect. I can't tell you exactly how many, but it's more.
Yeah,
so don't worry, please sign up, and we'll give you updates midway through and right at the end. And Shadow River will of course be updating his How's Your Progress world as we lead into things, and we'll probably hold an event for the last day. So get everyone you know to go sign up, even if you think they won't go through. If, by the way, you get in and you decide, you know what, I can't handle this, or it's too much work, or I've looked at the tools and it's too much, you don't have to complete it. We do 2 lotteries, and the people who don't sign up, the people who didn't get in the first lottery, will get into the second lottery. And so you're doing them a favor by giving up. So it's okay. It's okay to sign up even if you're not sure. And don't worry, there's no obligation or money involved or anything like that. So don't worry. After that, once we do the first lottery, that's why there's 2 here. So you'll see the first lottery announcement, which is the people who get in, and if you register your interest and pay your exhibition fee, which by the way is about $bucks, you'll get into the first lottery and have a guaranteed slot in whatever you were selected for. If you decide not to, or you give up a slot, or maybe you got into a PC world and you decide that's where you want to exhibit, but you also got into a quest world, if you don't pay the exhibition fee for the second one, that slot will go to someone else. So don't worry, okay? Let it go. It's fine. It'll go to someone else, and that's what the second lottery is. Once that's complete, after a short period of time, we're going to start allowing people to upload their content to the system in November. We highly recommend that you upload something. If it's a cube, that's fine. You know, that VCAT is where cubes go when you delete them from Blender. That's what we say. So if you start uploading your content, at that point, just put a sign there, you know, put a texture, do something. Just stick it there so we know where you're going to be, and you know where you're going to be and who your neighbors are, because that can influence the way that your booth might look, and you'll get an early access look at the worlds. For everyone else who's exhibiting, you'll get a good look at the world early, you'll get to see what your exhibitor world is like, and you'll get to hang out with us and Shadow River in the progress world as you build your booths. That whole camaraderie and networking is really cool, and it allows you to find other people. If you don't get in, you can meet people at those meetups and our Wednesday World Hops that we do every single week, so don't worry about that. After that, VCAT is live, right? So that's about 90 days?
Yes.
So I was wrong last week. I said 80, but
we said 80. I was like,
so it's like 90. It's 90 something days. So you got about 3 months exactly before VCAT starts itself, and then after that, VCAT Real.
Yes.
And that button on the website will go live right after that.
Yes. That's gonna be fun.
Get it all?
That's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to. Oh man, we got a lot of cool stuff going on for Real again. And as a reminder, Real's gonna be happening last 2 days.
It's going to be December 21st and 22nd, which is a weekend, so don't worry. Friday, get to Japan. Saturday, party. More details on that coming up soon. Future streams, don't worry.
Let's check out the next part here. Okay, so this is just a little information. I'm not going to go over every single text that's in this thing here, but this is just to show you what you'll see when you're going to sign up for your booth and everything like that. So we have the prices listed here for each individual booth, the size and dimensions to expect, as well as locations that they'll be available. So this is just that's there for you to like pause the stream or just go on the website yourself and see for yourself. But we have the information right here, and that's just a lot of text.
And by the way, you can see all of this in our Discord. We've got like short links to all of it, but the most important things is some things have changed. Okay, so first of all, the thing that we announced that we didn't announce yesterday, but we're announcing today, this is important, is that Music VCAT is going to be happening simultaneously. This is a dual event. So it is a separate event but is going to be promoted at the same time. So Music VKet 6, which has some really, really cute key art, by the way. Music VketChan, we got to do more with her. But Music VketChan is chilling and waiting for you to sign up. That's happening. So we're going to have a lot of slots. There is 300 spaces in Music VketChan 6. So if you're excited to go to that, we have a lot of more announcements coming to that. If you're a live performer or a regular exhibitor, you should do that. But it's not just music, okay? It's anything related to music. We have categories that will work for you. I had some people asking me earlier if they could sign up as like spoken word or comedy albums. Absolutely. Do it. It's audio. You can sign up. If you're an EDM artist, you can sign up. If you do live sets and you want to do a compilation mix, you can do that. If you make your own original music or sound effects for worlds, that's cool too. Like I showed one of those off at the last Music Weekend. So you can definitely apply if you do anything related to audio, if you do world background music, if you do Foley, if you do sound effects, if you do spoken word, if you do poetry, if you do comedy, if you do anything that could fit on a CD, please apply for Music Vket. It's very cheap. We are talking 1,100 yen here, which is like $6 US or $8 Canadian. It's like €7, right? Super cheap, and that's only if you get in. It's free to apply, so please do. There'll be 300 of you there, and you can join a group with multiple people. You can have an infinite number of videos attached to your booth because of the way the system works. I can tell them that right off the bat. And you can have embedded audio as well, and that is extremely long. You can make it as big as you want, pretty much, if you do the compression right. So, as one of the founders of Music VKet, please sign up for that. It'll be lots of fun. We got lots more to talk about with that. Regular space exhibitions. Two things we're not doing this time. We are not doing the regular poster booths, and we're not doing video booths. But you can do videos and posters in your own booth.
In your own booth, yeah, exactly.
Or in a group booth.
Yeah.
Yep. And this also allows you to have VRChat groups that pop up with a link, and we will help you through that. So since we're not doing them this time, I'm going to commit to making sure that everyone knows how to make one. And also, you can do that with VKet Cloud without any Unity experience at all. So if you had made a poster booth or a video booth last time, you'll still be able to do that. And there's an easy way to do it, but you got to get in first. And in response to that, we've added more slots into all of the mobile worlds. So please come check it out and apply, and you might get in. It's far more likely than you might think.
Exactly. There you go. All right. So with all that text and everything in there, let's go on to the cool, more detailed information, which is the booths. Let's go ahead and show that on camera. What, do I have? I have
so this isn't too different from last time.
So we'll go over. These are the four that you'll be working with, just to give you a heads up, for like space, dimension size, and world location. So we're gonna focus on the top part. Let's go to the next slide real quick. Boop. There we go.
Yep. Yeah. So we are standardizing our booth sizes. So both on Quest and PC, you're going to see 4x4x5, and you'll see that on these kinds. And this is really familiar to anyone who's exhibited at VKet before. But one thing I got a message on Twitter today was like, "Oh my God, we can use Udon." Yeah. For like 5 years now. Come on. So yes, you can have your own Udon scripts, and you may not know that. We do have a bunch of prefabs, and you can modify them and add them to your own set. In fact, you can include your own shaders if you want. A lot of people don't know that either. As long as your stuff fits within VRChat's TOS, we have a few different setups that are modified as the way that you might do it as a world. But if you ever made a world at all in VRChat, if you ever uploaded an avatar at all in VRChat, you can do this. The other thing too is the item exhibition. We're gonna have a lot more of these, and it's just a matter of uploading a single item, and exhibiting an item is like really, really easy. We had people make essentially poster booths. Like Lox was one of those people, for example, with his new tooling. But you can make an item booth. It's just a poster too that works as well. So don't worry, it's really easy, and you can exhibit that through VKet Cloud. You don't need Unity.
Yeah. I just wanted to like just really reinstate that like I'm bad with like Unity and stuff like that. So we have our own booth maker within our own website. So you literally can just go on a web browser and make your own booth and upload it to Virtual Market, and it's all there. Everything that you need essentially there to like show off or showcase like a video or like an asset they have or whatever. It's literally like click and drag, and it was absolutely beautiful. Like I'm so happy that exists. I'm so happy.
If you guys don't believe us, there's a really easy way to go check that out. So go check out Ratanak and Vegan Cat's videos that they did live streams when those exhibitions went live, and they actually did it. They did it with VKet Cloud. and they checked out all of those features as well as the booth maker. And a lot of other folks, like our ambassadors like Nyarachu, if you know them, you can ask them about that and they will help you through it because they've built some beautiful ones in the past before too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's super simple. Takes like 30 minutes.
This is the cross-platform venues. So this includes Music VKit as well.
Yep, and remember, again, all of this can be done from the web. So in an extreme sense, the cross-platform venue for a regular Quest or iOS or Android-compatible world, that can be done through VK Cloud, or you can just build it in Unity if you have experience with that. Of course, we have an SDK and tools to make that really easy if you decide to go the Unity route, same with PC. But for the exhibition for Music VK 6, it's entirely web-based. You upload a bunch of images and some sound files and links to videos. That's it. It's really easy. So don't be afraid. You can do it.
Okay, and here's like a more detailed like example of like how just like the timeline will happen. We have the schedule,
flow.
But this is the flow of everything now. Just to help you understand how this is all happening.
It's September 6th. Actually, it's the 7th in Japan, but it's the 6th for us, so we're here now. And if you're on the West Coast, it's still the 6th. So we're here. We're working our way through right now, and eventually the event starts. So again, December 7th, right? And 2 weeks. And then VK Real.
Then... now we're into the cool art.
The worlds.
Yay, we did it. We made it to the fun part of the stream.
We did it. We you know what? It's all fun anyway, because I think honestly the part before this is more fun. Like we'll get them excited about like making them want to exhibit now, but we've showed them how easy it is, and then once they see the world concepts, they're gonna wanna. So I've got a bunch of data on the world concepts that I can share with you today, that are also available on the website, of course. So if I'm talking too much, just go to event.vket.com. But there's a lot of really cool stuff here. We told you guys about Parallel Fujiyama for this, which of course is Fuji Mountain. But there's some fun stuff happening with that. The idea is Hinamoto, right? As well as, and I'm going to let you explain this one because we talked about it earlier. So there was something we talked about last week where Fujiyama is based around this, I don't want to call it like a
Mount Fuji, by the way, for those
but more like a
who are
but like what is it? A superstition about the new year, or
it's
or
okay,
like a
so
traditional dream? Tell me about this.
Okay, so basically, all right, let me lay it down. So what happens is,
let's start with the key art though. Why is VketChan riding an eggplant? Why is Nigel on top of a goldfish or a carp, and why are they flying through the clouds?
Okay, so
that's what we're getting at here.
There's like 3 main things you're supposed to see. So Hatsume, so what happens is like when you go to sleep and you wake up on New Year's Day, if you have one of these like few items that are here on this picture, like in your dream, that means you're gonna have a really good year. I don't think I've ever had a dream with an eggplant in it, or like Mount Fuji. But yeah, like having Mount Fuji in a dream is important. Having an eggplant is important. Having a hawk also is important. Again, I can't say I've ever had a dream of 2 of those things I listed, but regardless, that's an important thing. It's a very cultural, like important icon to have when you like go to bed and you wake up on New Year's Day and here in Japan. So this is a very Japanese vibe parallel world. It's gonna be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. There's gonna be different locations around here in this area that you're gonna be able to like experience, and I can't wait to see how they're gonna execute it.
So it is there is a lot of cultural references in Mount Fuji, so this is going to be pretty important to the folks in Japan, of course, and they'll get this immediately, but we'll help share that culture. And I think that's part of the fun of having Parareal Worlds, right? You get to share things that are unique to Japan that people might not have thought about, right? Like different regions and little areas. We've done a lot of like smaller cities, and we've had exhibitors from smaller cities. Of course, we work with the island of Okayama as well as part of their tourism efforts and different things like that. So all of this is part of like kind of what we do. If you're curious about any of this, we have a whole section on our PR site about the Pararealization project, and you can learn more about why we do this kind of image. and we'll be keeping you up to date on that sort of stuff as we go through, leading into VCAT itself. So, and of course, you'll learn a bunch more as you come. So it's a lot of fun. These worlds are limited, by the way, so come when you can.
All right, next one. This is Odaiba.
This is Odaiba.
Yes.
So
Yes,
you've
okay.
probably seen Odaiba before. If so in the last couple of years, Japan tourism is sort of like ramped up, and like being a cool Japan influencer is like a big thing on like TikTok and Instagram Reels and things like that. Odaiba you've seen before, I promise you. That's where the giant Gundam is. So if you didn't get a chance to see the giant Gundam, Odaiba's more than the giant Gundam. And you're gonna find out at Parareal Odaiba. We have a lot of corporate exhibitors that are gonna come hang out here. We'll have a lot of really cool videos and posters and different exhibitors that are gonna be filling this world. But you're gonna learn about, like, you know, the bridges of Odaiba and all the cool things that happen down there. It's like south of Tokyo and
Yeah, it's like
west of
southeast.
Yokohama. Is that right?
It's so like
Southeast.
if you
Okay, not west.
yeah, if you got Tokyo Bay like this, then it's like right here, and then like that's why that bridge right there, that's Rainbow Bridge, literally both by color and by name, and yeah, it connects to Odaiba, and it's a very famous bridge because it's very big, it's very long, and like it's a really cool like scenic view, and it's like oh wow, like you're entering Tokyo when you like it's a really cool experience.
We have a bit of a flavor text for this particular world as well that I've got handy. If I can pull it up, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so Odaiba. The idea, though, behind some of the Parareal worlds, some of them are like in the current era, and other ones are that we started with Parareal Dubai. We kind of want to have like a unique retrospective on the world itself, which allows us to put other things from other places and maybe imagine what the future is like. So the idea with Parareal Odaiba is that it's your own story, and we have this like multi-purpose attraction facility. So the idea with that is about bridges, and one of the things, and you can actually find it as an emote, by the way, on our Discord, is the term "We Are Bridges," and the idea behind this is to cross the ocean divide and the Parareal divide and the divide of people where they don't know a lot about different cultures and places and where people live, and to share that with them. So the idea is that these AI residents, a bit like in Dubai, will teach you a little bit about this city and what it was all about and what it is all about. Odaiba is a pretty hip place to live, by the way.
Okay, next one, and this is the last Parareal world because we have 3 for every event that we do. Yo, shout out to the furry art, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty great, right?
It's really good, yeah.
So so we've done Vegas before, but don't fret. It's going to be so different. Like a lot different.
There we go. Look at that.
Do not fret. Yeah. So the idea behind Parareal Las Vegas this time is that, again, like Odaiba, it's going to be like a beacon of light. But what would Vegas be if it was in the future? What would Vegas be if it was a place? So Vegas by itself is, I guess, there's a lot to talk about with this concept, but personally, the way I see it is Vegas by itself is kind of like an island, except it's in the middle of a desert, right?
Yeah.
You know, but Vegas stands alone. It was this place that was like in the middle of nowhere, completely empty, and grew into this giant like mecca of like magic. Like for real, like you can go to see magic shows there. There's all kinds of really cool stuff in the desert, but it is an oasis in the middle of nowhere. But what if that oasis was in space?
It's like Futurama with Mars.
Exactly.
Right? Is it?
Yeah, but it's gonna be way cooler because it's gonna be in VR. So what if the oasis was in space? Imagine Vegas, but space. That's where we're going with this. The idea is that, again, like Dubai, it's a parareal version of a real place, but it's VR. We can do whatever we want. You know, so why not?
This is the part where just something cheesy, like point at the camera and be like, "The only limitations is your mind," and then okay,
and physics,
and your knowledge on Unity. Okay, anyway, next one. Oh yeah, that's all Parareals. Okay, Yeah, so we had Mount Fuji, Odaiba, Las Vegas, and now we're jumping into the worlds where your booths are going to be.
So obviously, Starship Orchestra was extremely popular. We are bringing it back. Part 2. That story was left on a cliffhanger, and I almost don't want to say anything, but you can find it on the website, of course. So the idea is that we have multi-dimensional navigation now. The story of it is continuing on. If you remember in the last one, there's a lot of features in these worlds as well, and we're adding, one thing that's been very popular is that people who get in get access to these special world-specific prefabs that we release for them that allow you to interact with the world in a very special way. So in the last Starship Orchestra, if you haven't done it, you can go check it out now. There is in booths, but also hidden around the world, different parts that will change the ending of the world. And if you got the final ending and the credits, which was very Star Wars-like, if you got the credits, you might have noticed a ship. That ship, right there. And the ship's behind it. So, you should want to complete the story, to be honest, and this is part 2. So, this was one of the more popular worlds, and honestly, it reminds me a lot of the continuing and kind of prequels and ending stories of places like... like other worlds that we've done with continuing stories. So this is one that was new a couple of years ago, and now we have a story that's continuing on. And again, our writing and art team is fantastic. This world is called Part 2 to Home Afar. So you can take that as you will. If you want to know more details about the theming and the 2 versions of the world, you can go check it out on the website. So,
okay. Next one.
Spoil all of it.
Well, this
Mitsuru,
one I feel like is going to be popular. Honestly, I think this is going to be the most popular one. Yeah. This is my gut feeling. It might not be, but my gut feeling is this is going to be the popular one for this year.
So this is Cirque de Push Personnage. The idea with this, it is a narrative world. So how do we explain this? So I guess it's like reality and fantasy, and people who keep their true heart masked behind a character, which some of you might resonate with just a little bit, right? So the idea is that it's a world where you say goodbye to your simple appearance and become something greater. And of course, it is circus themed, maybe a little spooky, maybe a little, it's got a little bit of everything. So dance like it's your last night on Earth, and you're going to see a lot of really cool themes coming out from this. I personally love this art, and I gotta
really good.
Stop looking at it. I gotta stop looking at it. So Wrapped made this art and has done, he did Valhalla of Iron Ravens and many other worlds for us before in the past. And it seems like every time Wrapped does an art piece for us, I end up wanting to do an avatar, and that's happened twice already. So I gotta be careful.
This art, I think, is dope looking. This kind of like is giving me like Zelda vibes. You know what I mean?
You're not far off. So this is Lost Civilization Argdella. This is a new concept, completely new story, not related to anything else we've done before. And if you've ever played like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, if you've played any game that has a world where technology was greater than the current state it is now, you might resonate with this place. No one knows who named the world. No one knows where it came from, but it's a place where people are afraid to go because of what's there. People who are so go check it out. There's again more details on the website. This art is super detailed, and there's a lot of really cool stuff going on with the concept for this world. I don't want to spoil the story at all, but if you want to know a little bit more, you can go check it out. But yes, it is a essentially fantasy themed, but like Lost Civilization. So like Indiana Jones and like, all that fun stuff.
Oh, this one's fun looking too.
Oh yeah. Gachatopia. So Gachatopia. What can I say but gacha? How do we explain this one? So there's a toy store on First Street, and in that store you might get sucked into something else. You might get isekai'd into a world full of gacha, or become gacha yourself. Right? So if you want to go check it out, VketChan's decided to waltz into a toy store, and the result is going to be related to whatever you see here. The beautiful art of this world was done by Kanijin, who has worked on movies such as Belle
and also has a series of avatars of VRChat along with Theo.
That's a personal side project, and a bunch of other really cool stuff.
They also did a bunch of the special artwork for summer 2024 VKet Reel as well. Some of the coasters you could get, and some of our poster art and standees and things like that. So definitely go check it out if you haven't seen Kanijin. They've got a wonderful Twitter with a lot of really cool artwork.
Okay, go on next one. And of course, since it's, you know,
We've got to do
December,
a Christmas World.
Gotta do a Christmas World.
We gotta do a Christmas World. This one, though, if you're familiar with the story of Frosty the Snowman, might resonate with you a little bit.
Don't forget, it doesn't have to be necessarily something Christmas themed, but maybe something you'll buy at Christmas. Maybe you've got some jewelry for sale, or some cakes, or some KFC. whatever you think will work.
This is a continuation of the previous two Snowman's Toy Factory and Christmas Without Santa, and we've done those worlds in Quest as well in the past. So there's 5 of them, I think, something like that. So, but this one should be pretty fun. So the idea is that
a snowman has come to life, and children and fellow dreamers can build whatever their Christmas wish might be. So,
well, it's exciting too because like
everyone's a bit of a realist.
We haven't done a Christmas themed world like this since 2022, right? So this finally getting one back.
Yeah, not exactly.
Yeah, we did one
real snowy world, but that was more
London.
to celebrate what's going on in Sapporo and London.
Yeah, and that was about it. But they weren't like specifically Christmas themed. They were more like magic, and it happened to be winter. So this world is specifically about the magic of Christmas and the magic of the holiday season, no matter what, you know, what you're into or what culture you're from, and we'll have nods to all of it. So come check it out.
Oh, this one's cool too. Actually, wait, I might like this one a lot more than
more.
Yeah, because like I love these kind of
so
towns.
Good though, right?
They are. I love the art. It's so good.
So this was highly requested. So a lot of these worlds, just to give you guys a heads up, a lot of the worlds that people apply to en masse or like have mass applications to will like kind of drive what we do in the future. And we've even had things like sticker bulletin boards, like we did that in winter in 2023 down in Harajuku. We had these boards where people could take a sticker and put in what they wanted the next world to be. Based on those votes, we start to build new worlds based on that. So everyone loves Isekai Marsh. Isekai Marsh is really where VKet took off, and it was, you know, it was right at the right time. And Isekai Marsh is linked with Castillo Magica and all of those worlds as well. They're all part of like a similar story. There's a lot going on there. So this is Isekai Marsh Frontline Stand. I know you guys like giant boss battles, but imagine that, but in Isekai Marsh. So this dragon that you're seeing here is made up of some energies that are part of the story if you were paying attention to the previous one. If you didn't go to Isekai March, we've done a few streams of those, and we might have to check them out again in the next Wednesday. But you'll find some stuff. The idea here is that you have to volunteer to protect Magica. If you've done some of our previous worlds like High Lost City, you might have seen some ideas around that gimmick that we've done before. So there'll be some similar stuff and some different stuff and some new stuff, I promise. So if you want to have a winning chance against Savos and complete the story of Isekai Marsh, this is where that's going to happen. Also, Iwase is the artist behind this one.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, next one here is Sky Park.
Yeah, so what if a mall was also a theme park? If you've been to Mall of America, which we didn't unfortunately get a chance to go to the last time we were in Mississippi, this is a bit like that. So a lot of malls in China and Taiwan and even some in Japan are like really theme parky, right?
Yeah.
And you may have seen like hints of that in our last showcase world, the last VKet. This takes it to the extreme, and it's going to be like an ideal tourism, right? So this is Sky Park. And it's going to have like a Ferris wheel like you saw in Vegas. And there's actually a lot of Ferris wheels in Japan, to be honest. That's something that kind of resonates with that.
There's quite a few. Yeah.
There is a lot. Like every big city has like a Ferris wheel. And also like the idea is that it's a park that's like in harmony with nature, but also like theme parky with roller coasters and tourism. And, you know, the idea is that it is a world that'll have a lot of item exhibits and booth exhibits. It's going to be packed to the gills with fun stuff to do, and it should be really entertaining, a bit like our last mall world was, where you could have like yourself on a poster or yourself on a magazine and other cool things like that.
I've been looking through the worlds as they've been built right now, and they are gonna have a lot of fun stuff to do.
We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back from popular demand.
Bring it back.
So we did get Bewitched Forest Nocturnal last VCAT, but don't skip it because everyone who's going to be applying to this will be a new exhibitor. Also, more stuff for MUI. If you didn't know, MUI has its own
Unity extension, and you can add it to your avatar.
You can have it as a pet. You can turn it into an avatar. And you can take the codes from MUI and apply them to this asset that we have in Unity and make it custom based on your first experience at VCAT or whatever that might have been. So go to Dragon's Back and check it out. Go to Nocturnal, last 2024, the world we're in right now. Go check this out and further extend your MUI. And then next VCAT in winter, you can add additional things to MUI.
And you'll get a special code
that will allow you to do additional things because it'll be different, and everyone else there will be different. But the difference is you can do it on your phone, and also on your Quest, and also on your Pico, and also on your Vive XR Elite, and also on your iPhone, and also on a bunch of unannounced headsets I can't talk about, and a bunch of other stuff.
Wait, I have a request.
Yeah.
So whoever's watching, who's ever like gonna like make an avatar someday, just make a bunch of MUIs on your avatar and make it like a beehive of MUIs following you. I want to see that. I want to see like a beehive of MUIs just like migrating across like a world or something like that.
By the way, that
most of the code of MUI is open source, and
you can download it for free on our website. It's
part of the Universal Virtual License. And if you ever wanted to learn how to make like a follower avatar that is like really advanced, the code is there. You can just do it. Just change the meshes. It's easy.
but MUI's pretty cool because we have this system like
back in the day. You ever played Mega Man?
Of course.
Yeah, do you remember how like you had to write down a code on a piece of paper?
Yeah, because like, if you beat a boss, because they didn't have a save state back then, so they would have you write a code down so you'd get to a certain part within the game. Yeah.
But guess what? Neither did
VRChat, so we did it anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So there you go. So that's what MUI's all about. Definitely check it out. You can enhance it and feed it stuff and evolve it just like a Pokemon. You know, it's some pretty cool magic. Also, don't get stuck in the witch's trap this time.
We got some interesting comments in chat, by the way. Chunky says we could always use more MUI, and Kudo Maple says loon hair for MUI when.
Oh, loon hair for MUI? Oh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll just like join the accessories team and like I've done this
before, by the way.
Mr. Ruth says
some secrets is I made some accessories for.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna mention real quick. Mr. Root got like a comment also as well saying the VKet truck is just stuffed full of MUIs.
That's what it is, you know.
That's what it is. That's what we're carrying in the back. It's MUI. It's not just the energy drinks we need to survive that weekend. It's also MUIs.
Yeah.
Actually, here I got a bit of trivia for you guys. You might not have heard. So, at VKet Real, if you make it to Japan, we have a merchandise booth, and there's a limit. You know, like there's how many merchandise we've actually produced, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the last person to purchase, what was it? It was one item.
It was the raffle thing, right? To like win a random prize. That's on there, right? So it's like
everybody got something. Everybody got something. But if you bought the last ticket for the raffle, we gave away a giant MUI.
MUI, yeah, and we had two, so one for each day.
It was like
I saw the guy with the dude for the second one. It was like this freaking big, like massive.
Unknown fact, by the way, unknown fact. We have a third one, and it's at the office. And we had a party last night. We had a like a celebration for the end of VKet Summer. So we joined. This is the cool thing about the company is that like a lot of us join through VRChat or through my VKet or just being at the office physically. And at the office physically, Mika like had the third MUI, and we were like, "There it is! It's the third one!" like we couldn't believe it.
I hope it was golden for legendary MUI, like the unobtainium MUI.
But yes, we gave away 2 giant MUIs if you were the last person to buy
the raffle ticket. But everybody got a prize.
We sold a lot of stuff. And if you're curious about VKet Real, Chad just finished an article
on our website. So we have a Prowly.
You search for VKet Prowly.
You'll find it very, very easily. And our latest article talks about some numbers from the last VKet, which was very, very large. And again, thank you to everyone who's watching us now. I know we have a lot of like longtime fans in the chat. Again, thank you for making this event what it is. Like, the number of people who showed up at VCat Real was intense. The number of people who I wasn't expecting to meet for the first time in person was intense. And the number of people who came to VCat in virtual as well, even if you can't fly halfway across the world, which I don't expect you guys to do, as much as I love it, was intense. So thank you to everyone. And if you haven't, by the way, checked out the worlds from the last VCat, over there, so many of you completed the VCat challenge. Come to the archive world for the entrance, see the 3 people who were the very first to get every single achievement and visit every single world. And your name is up there if you did. And if it's not up there, let us know and we'll fix it. So yeah, go check it out. Go check out the archive. Also, all of our past VCat worlds since VCat 5 have had a monument to everyone who has been either part of our crowdfunding campaigns and helped this company be what it is and help VCat be what it is, and so on and so on. We got one more world to show, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think we have 2 more.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, it's all good.
We had 2 more? All right.
Yeah. Graph City, my personal favorite from the last VCat that we did, which I absolutely love.
And it was PGKT's favorite, too.
Reminiscent of a game that some people may have played on the Xbox back in the day.
Yep, we're making it Quest, and you can come check out a bunch of new booths, because remember, everyone who's applying to this, even if you've seen Groove Ground Graph City before, it's a new version of Groove Ground Graph City with probably new music and a bunch of new NPCs and definitely new booths, no matter what. One thing about this VCat is we are increasing the number of booths that are available across platforms, so you will see a lot more. Definitely check it out. Don't skip it. We know some people do, because they typically, if they're a PC VRChat user, they're like, oh, this is just like last time. No, it's not. It's
new booths every single time.
It's also slightly altered
I'm going
as
to
well.
keep hammering that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to keep hammering that. It's a new version of the world. It might even continue the story, and that happened last time with a couple of our worlds. We continued the story, so if you didn't check out the Quest and PC compatible version, you missed stuff. Go back and check it out. So these worlds are different. Even though they're cross-platform, they are different. So go check that out. There'll be new stuff to get, new free stuff, new avatars, new everything. But you can do it on your phone. So if you can't bring yourself to go to a Quest-compatible world on your headset, even though you get more frames, do it on your cell phone. That's fine too. You'll still get the achievements.
Here we go.
Yeah, Castillo Magica.
Yes, look at that art. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Giving Final Fantasy vibes.
So one cool thing about Castillo Magica that you guys might not know is that all of the NPCs were built using VCat Cloud's Avatar Maker. So if you go to avatarmaker.vcat.com, you can make a Castillo Magica avatar right now. I know a certain asterisks who might be interested in doing some themed characters this time. They did last time. If you didn't check that out, Asterisk had an avatar for every single world. It was super cool. No pressure, but that was awesome. This world will be Quest compatible for the very first time. If you want to sneak back to VCat 3, sorry. If you want to sneak back to VCat 3, there is a version of this world with a collaboration with Sword Art Online right at the end.
Ooh.
One of the only times we've ever done stuff with them, and maybe we'll go check it out next Wednesday coming up. So this world will be pretty special. Again, it will have unique content, and it is somewhat linked to Isekai Marsh, so you should go check it out.
Oh, this is the last slide. Okay, and this is the art, by the way. For
this is a whole different event. This is a whole different event, but also a world that'll be happening at the same time. Welcome to Music VCat 6. And doesn't Music VketChan look super chill? She's not, though. She's not chill. If you guys saw something last time, you might know a little bit more about Music VketChan than most people. So if you were at Music VCat 5, I know you guys love the event. This is a bit of placeholder art, and there will be more coming out very, very soon. But Music VCat 6 is coming. There will be 300 exhibits at this, which is a lot for us.
That's a lot, yeah.
We found a way to make it work, and there will be additional things going on. Let me put it this way: the hype around Music VCat by itself has made some changes of the event in the last minute, and there is a lot more to share in the coming weeks. So I've got some stuff. We've got some stuff. Everybody's got some stuff. And we'll be sharing a lot more as those things happen. But there is still a bit of time. We got about 3 months before that happens, and a lot can happen in 3 months. So
At the very least, if you make music, or if you make poetry, or if you make spoken word, or if you're just joining us, if you make comedy, if you do Foley, if you do sound effects for worlds, if you do anything related to audio at all, you want to apply to Music Vket.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be in good company. Incredible people like Camellia and 2TD have been at Music Vket. Creepy has been at Music Vket. Odyssey Eurobeat, who was on the soundtrack for Initial D, has been at Music Vket as regular exhibitors, by the way, not just showcased people, but of course we show them off. And one of our ambassadors, of course, has been a big friend of Music Vket from the beginning, and that's TFM Johnny. And we've had a lot of other friends like that, people like YM Legend and other incredible artists like Waifu Baby and PKCs and Miyavi have all been responsible for the growth of Music Vket over the years. And of course, this is one that's really close to my heart. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. And we've had things from Music Vket show up at places like Saitama Super Arena and Tokyo Dome, and are still used in music videos to this day. If you go back and watch the original music video for PKC's Glamorous, you can see scenes from Music Vket 1 and also scenes from VKet 4, and there's more and more and more. That history goes back a long way. So Music Vket, we know, is special to you guys, but we're going to try and do it during our regular event this time and have more slots than ever. So come check it out. And more to come.
And more to come. All right.
You can tell I'm passionate, right?
Yeah, of course we can tell. Of course, yeah.
Of VKet. I love Music Vket.
But that's everything. That's everything for the news-wise that we wanted to share with you. Again, signups are happening now. Get in there. You have about 9 days? Less than 10 days?
9 days.
9 days?
9 days and a few hours. Yeah, 9
Get your
days
name
and a
in
few
the hat.
hours. 9 days and a few hours.
Costs zero money to get your name
So
in.
the most important thing. Yep, the website is event.vket.com. There is absolutely no obligation or anything else for signing up. So if everyone watching us right now and everyone else who's in our Discord, over 1,000 of you, if you're in there, or anyone else who's in VRChat or follows VRChat, because I'm sure they'll be talking about our stuff really soon, because it's coming faster than you know, and there's a lot more I can't even talk about that is also coming, so stay excited. Trust me, it's going to be fun. There'll be lots of ways you can participate beyond this, but just apply. Even if you decide you don't want to do it, it won't hurt anybody or anything. If you get in and you decide not to get in, it will go to a second lottery, and everyone else who really wants to get in will get in. So don't worry, you can apply. Don't feel like it's too scary or that things aren't in English. I promise you, all of it will be at great effort. All of it will be explained in English as well, and we're here for you too. So please, please, please apply to VKet if you have anything you want to show off, whether it's your Sketchfab models or your art or your music or a model that you're working on, or if you've never exhibited anything before, you're in school for 3D modeling and you can barely make a cube, that's fine too. You will get seen by millions of people, and that is the point, right? And we have other events coming up, and collaborators are doing events. Our friends and our ambassadors are doing events. PGKT is doing HorrorCon right now. Don't miss that. You can go sign up for 3 more days. 3 more days for HorrorCon VR.
Yes. Yeah.
That's happening right now. There is also other events coming up, and it's Friday night. And VRChat is jumping right now, so maybe some of you are watching us because you can't get into the game. I've heard it's pretty nuts right now.
Yeah.
To be clear, VRChat is experiencing a growth like it's never seen before. So a lot of the old schoolers are still here. A lot of people are coming back, which I've been noticing for a long time. I've been here for, it's been 10 years, more than 10 years. And it's really, really fun to see all of these people coming back to the game because of various events and streamers that have shown up in the last little bit. So now is the best time ever. And we have an event. We have a reel. There's a VRChat convention called VKet Reel. Basically, it's a social VR convention you can come to and check it out. And people are throwing money at us to do things and have booths there. It'll be fun. You can be there too, because at VKet Reel we have Parallel creators, and signups for that will happen eventually, pretty soon. And you will be able to be a creator there as well. And we have 2 tiers at the upcoming one. I can't say much else than that, but you'll be able to get in, I promise. And if you have something cool to show off, you'll be able to. And the Tokipona community has shown something off. Winters K
has shown something off in his teaching community before, and these are international exhibitors, not just Japanese people.
We've had
Who else we had there? We've had Okare Game Studios has come in and showed off their new video games and all of their additional 3D models and downloads. Go check them out as well.
they're pretty special because they were here before you, but so were so many of you. So be first.
We're just getting started. It's been
6 years, but we're still getting started. I promise. Things feel like they're just starting to ramp up right now. The light is green for VKet Winter 2024, and for 2025, I promise you we'll still be here.
All right. Well, I think that's everything for information wise. I think we're gonna wrap it up here and show them the trailer that we made and just call it a day.
Look at this guy. He's ready. I was not ready.
I just know things. This guy's got everything prepared.
You say things that I don't know, and I portray things I don't know.
This guy works really hard. Follow him on Twitter, for real.
I like to talk about Japan and VR stuff, so that's if you like those things, you'll like me. All right. Anyway, let's go into the video.
You can follow us. You can follow us in Japan. What if you could be in Japan and have this guy carry you? We did that too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Watch this video.
Watch for future content about what we're gonna do in the future. Anyway, all right. With that being said, be sure to follow social medias. Ian Vket on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We got all those things. We got a Discord that you can join as well. Open everyone.
VKet channel or VketChan or Ian Vket.
You'll find us.
Or as Luna put it, check out the doobly-doos down below. And you'll be
there's a bunch of links to the doobly doos.
Yeah, doobly-doos. That's
right
right.
down there.
Sorry, I said too much of the do. We had that
That's right
down
below,
there for you to use and
down there
keep
in the
updated.
doobly-doo.
And with that being said, we'll see you all next week for our weekly world hopping.
Oscar, we did it.
Hey, yeah, we did it. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. All right, everyone. Enjoy the video. We'll see you next time.